Aotearoa, and welcome to Thursday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news. It's now clear that China has been the big winner in Trump's trade war. Geopolitical risks are front of mind in financial markets today. But first, in the US, eyes were on a possible decision on the Trump tariff taxes by the US Supreme Court, but it did not come today. Trump himself has been exerting maximum pressure on the justices, most of whom he appointed. His problem is that he appointed strict legal constructionists, and they are very unfriendly to his position during the argument stage. However, he expects loyalty over the law, and with the pressure, he may get it. Today's deferral of the decision is a win for him. US mortgage applications leapt 28% last week from the prior week, sharply rebounding from 3 consecutive periods of declines. The trigger seems to be a fall in benchmark home loan rates, although to be fair, they only shifted from 6.25% to 6.18%. But that seems to have been enough to have motivated borrowers. American producer prices are up 3% in November from a year ago, with core PPI up 3.5%. These changes are very little different to what was recorded for them 1 year ago. And US retail sales are up 1.9% in November from a year ago, from $723 billion in November 2024 to $737 billion in this latest data. But for some reason, the official stats agency is claiming it is up 3.3%. That's hard to fathom. Their seasonal adjustment seems to have gone wonky. Meanwhile, American existing home sales recovered in December, and that left them 1.4% higher than year-ago levels. Their high levels of unsold inventory are starting to clear now. Across the Pacific, China's exports rose by 6.6% in December from a year ago to a record $358 billion, and much better than expected. These are up 5.9% in November, and the December gain was the strongest growth since September, driven by a surge in exports to non-US markets. That surge capped a year with a trade surplus there of more than expected, a massive $1.19 trillion. Clearly, US tariffs haven't hurt China, although Americans are paying these taxes. China's vehicle sales grew 9.4% in 2025 from 2024 to a record 34.4 million units, with new energy vehicle sales surging 28%. Although this was a faster pace of overall expansion, their December monthly sales actually fell 7.2% from December 2024 levels. In fact, this industry is looking at 2026 with trepidation. The 2025 records may be their high watermark. In Japan, machine tool orders rose 10.6% in December, their best level since the pandemic, and to the levels they had back in the heady pre-pandemic days. Strong foreign demand is a feature. In South Korea, some surprisingly negative jobs data was released yesterday. Their jobless rate jumped to 4.1% in December from 2.7% in November, to its highest level in nearly 5 years. In fact, back to pre-pandemic levels. The number of unemployed people rose to 1.22 million, up 103,000 or 9.2% year on year. It is such an unusual and unexpected result, it may be a rogue survey. In an updated review, the World Bank says global growth will come in at 2.7% in 2026, up marginally from 2.6% in its June forecast. It predicts US GDP growth will reach 2.2% in 2026, compared with 2.1% in 2025. For China, they see 4.9% and 4.4% for the same 2 years. For Japan, it is 1.3% and 0.8%. For the EU, 1.4% and 0.9%. For India, it is 7.2% and 6.5%. Neither Australia nor New Zealand feature in these reviews. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at just on 4.14%, down 3 basis points from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $4,613 an ounce, and up $3 from yesterday, essentially holding on to Tuesday's big run-up on the geopolitical risks. Silver is still rising quickly, however, now at $91.50 an ounce, up $4.50 an ounce from yesterday. Copper has hit a new all-time record high as well. American oil prices a little change from yesterday at just over $61.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is now at $66 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is up a bit less than 10 basis points from yesterday, now just under 57.5 US cents. Against the Aussie, we're up 10 basis points at 86.1 Australian cents. Against the euro, they were unchanged at 49.3 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just under 61.6 and little change from yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $97,434 and up 4.2% from yesterday. Volatility of the past 24 hours has been moderate at just on plus or minus 2.2%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.